Hello Join Outs fans, Bob Scott. I'm out in the field again. We're going to walk through this house behind me on St. Lawrence. We are up in the Florissant neighborhood, which is north of the 270 loop. A great neighborhood for our business. You can get distressed properties, get stuff pretty cheap, but correspondingly, great school district, real strong rental demand, and really nice neighborhoods as well. So let's take a spin around and see what we're working with on this one. So here's the house itself. Let's first check out the neighborhood. It's kind of an interesting little pocket. There's this little subdivision that has these more, I guess, contemporary styled properties. They're all slabs. They've got these flat roofs on them. And right off the bat, that is one thing we're going to check out. It's hard to see up on here. I do have a little step ladder in my trunk. But if we step over here on this little retaining wall, we can take a peek at what we're working with. And you know, the roof is not in the best shape, but we'll take a look, see on the inside, and see if there's any obvious signs of water damage. I bet it's all right, but definitely, if I had to bet on it, I would say need to be replaced in the next couple of years. Let's talk about the numbers real quick on this one. This property was listed for $48,000. And we offered $35,000 on it. Right now, the seller has countered us at $38,000. So if we say we want it at $38,000, it is ours. And so we're going to walk through here, and I'll talk a little bit about my thought process and whether I think we should raise that or not. Right off the bat, walking to the living room, nice open space. We've got this laminate flooring that's been put in. This is really nice. It's probably hard to see in the camera, but it's got a good honey color to it. And it's all in pretty good shape. So that's nice to see. And we've got this large room between the main living room area, the garage, and the backyard. Right now, this house sits as a two-bedroom, but there might be potential to actually finish this off and officially convert it into a bedroom. It's a little tough because it's right off the garage, and I don't know how we'd make that work to make the flow of the house work well. But we do have a one-car garage, and the garage door is in good shape. Not much to see here. Standard garage. Let's poke in the backyard real quick while we're here. One thing to notice is there are window units. Property does not have central air. I don't like that that much, but as long as we can make the numbers work, make out, I don't mind buying properties like this. And we can see our electrical mast has been replaced at some point. That's nice to see, because a lot of the municipalities are making us update those when we buy properties. Siding is all in really good shape on this side of the house, and on this side as well. Don't need to do anything there. Got a nice backyard, a few mature trees, and as you can tell, it's pretty quiet. There's this dog that backs up to this property, and you know, neighbors a little messy. I can't really tell right now if there's somebody actively living there or not. But all right, that's it for the backyard. Let's lock this up. So far, I like what I've seen. You know, check out the roof line. The lid here on the inside of the house, I don't see any obvious signs of water damage. Neither do I here in this room. And we've got our kitchen, nice, clean, bright. Got laundry hookups here. And we've got our kitchen cabinets, our countertop, our range. Everything looks fine here. Everything looks in really good shape. See, here's the realtor's listing on the property. To that $48,000. And this property does have some unique features. Since it is a slab, it's got radiant heat. You don't see that that often here in St. Louis, but it actually really is a nice feature. For a few years, I grew up in a house that had radiant heat. And in the winter, it takes a little while to get going. But it is a very nice kind of a heat to live with. And we've got our water heater here. A little bit smaller unit, but this is a two-bedroom house as it sits now, and everything looks fine there. Everything functions. I mean, this is a great house to pick up. Because a private seller owns it, we can get a lot more information about it. We can test the lights, the electricity's on, the gas is on, everything's working. A lot of the foreclosures, the REO deals, real estate owned, the HUD, the Fannie Mae deals, utilities are off, properties are winterized. You can't really tell what's going on with the property. But here, you know, I can turn the water on, make sure it functions. I can test the toilets. I can do some of that stuff. And there's a lot less unknowns, which means I'm willing to pay a little bit more for the property. So here's our master suite. Again, we've got this laminate flooring that runs throughout. Nice light fixture. His and hers closets, and lots of windows. We got vinyl windows that have all been they look relatively new, so that's good to see. Let's check out our second bedroom. A little on the smaller side, but for a child or a teenager, just fine. We've got a window unit there, nice light fixture, and the main bath, a nicer vanity. We've got tile surround and our tub, and we've got ceramic tile here as well. So, nice property. To sum it up, we've got a 2-bedroom, 1 bath as it sits, potential to make it a 3-bedroom, flat roof, not as much of a fan, but everything else in here is really nice, as you can tell from our walkthrough. We've got laminate floors, those are great. They're really scratch resistant, easy to clean if a tenant ever moves out. We've got tile in our bathroom, our kitchen's nice, updated. This property shows really well. And we have the opportunity right now, if we say yes to buy it at 38, we offer 35. And think about it, from where they were asking 48 and we offered 35, their first counter is at 38. They came down $10,000 like that. And we haven't even yet countered. So don't be afraid to come in with a lower offer. Even on a house like this is nice and doesn't need as much work. The secret is to push a lot of these offers out. And we make anywhere between 10 offers on the low end to as high as 20 offers a week. And you never know who's motivated right now to sell their house. But the best way to figure that is to shoot an offer and see what comes back at you. So we know right off the bat, they offered 48, or they were asking 48, offered 35. They immediately come back at $38,000. We know there's some kind of motivation. These people want to get rid of this house. I like it at 38. But maybe we try 36, 36.5 as our first counter. And if we don't get it, it's not a big deal. We're already going to have 3 other properties we're closing on. Actually 2 closing on this week and another 3 next week's Thanksgiving. So we got 3 lined up the week after. So we already got it on our books, and I've got a few other counters I'm actively going back and forth with on folks. So right now, we've got a good amount of inventory. We've got a lot coming down the pipe. I'm probably going to be a little bit lower than I might normally on this property. So I'm going to see if I can get it done at maybe 36.5. I think that's a good number. And you think about it, we got a property in a great area, great neighborhood that we can pick up for $36,500. And as this house sits, I think we can get $850, $900 per month all day long. We'll get a great tenant, and this is really going to be a great project for us because we don't have to do anything. Properties like this that are in great shape, but we can still get at a discount, is the best scenario because then we don't have to deal with contractors. We don't have to have a month or 2 of closing costs or holding costs while we're rehabbing the project. And we can market this property probably a week or 2 before we even actually buy it. Put up pictures on our site, and we can generate a buyer's list. And as soon as we purchase the property, we can have an open house. We can give out a lockbox code, get people to start rolling through here, and maybe have a line out the door of 5, 10 folks who are really interested in this property before we even buy it. That way, within a week after closing on it, we potentially could have a signed tenant buyer in this property. So that's another little tip for you is if you've got a house that doesn't need work, that shows well, start pre-marketing it. There's no reason, once you've got under contract, you've got equitable interest. You can't walk anybody through the property. But you know, you can put the pictures up on Craigslist, put it up on your website, blast it out to your buyers list, and people can at least drive by the property and they can check out, you know, what area it's in, the neighborhood. And we actually have had somebody put down a deposit before we've even owned a house. It was the same scenario. It was a nice house in good condition, and we blasted it out. Somebody, you know, knew what they wanted, and it was the right school district for them, the right style house, great neighborhood, and we actually had money in hand before we even owned the house. And so our holding costs are nil on that one. And that's one of the ways you can eliminate risk, eliminate your downside when you're doing real estate deals. So if you enjoyed this, hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you learned something. Subscribe below, and also go to jointhouseproperties.com to learn how to get involved in great cash flow deals like this in St. Louis. St. Louis is, in my opinion, the best cash flow market in the country. I travel all around. I've been to Memphis. I've been to Ohio. I've looked at properties in Jacksonville. And you really can't beat the numbers here in St. Louis. So check us out at jointhouseproperties.com. If you're interested in doing lease option deals in your own neck of the woods, go to autopilotassets.com. I'll be holding a free training webinar for you. So check it out there, and I'll see you at the next property.